Welcome to another Pike and Shot battle. In this match, I have the English 1543 against Awesome 4's French 1550, and it looks like a nice, flat, open map, which is good for the French. It's not so wonderful for us. I'll grab my Landsknecht pikemen. Someday I'll be able to say that word without a pause. Maybe. And our own gendarmes. And any light cavalry we can get. Unfortunately, that still leaves us 600 points to spend and no good ground to fight in. So what do? Do I spam cavalry? Get the... No, actually, although the arquebusiers are better at shooting foot, I think I might want to stick to the longbows. Because they have range, at least. So I think I do want to max out my cavalry, even the Reiter, which are not that great. And some light guns, perhaps? I wonder if I should actually get bow and bill, because it's so open. At least these guys can kind of stand into cavalry, but no, we're just going to spam archers anyway. Leaving 134 points. Militia. Ick. I don't think they're worth it. I think I'm actually going to get one of these other bow and bill units, unfortunately. And like guns, and we're going to, I think, just get bowled over in the open here, but we'll see. Okay, here we are. Deployment. So we have a few alternatives. We could deploy honorably in the open. We could deploy everyone in a heap here and try to push for the rough ground of the hill. I might go with the dishonorable route here. The danger with it, though, is that we could simply get caught in the open by cavalry. We're going to do it anyway, though. With light horse to cover. So if we line up our infantry in this ridge and possibly to push here, cavalry I suppose we put in reserve. Gendarmes to the front because they're slower. That makes absolutely no sense. And one unit in ambush, because why not? Okay, so we'll rush over here, see what kind of army comp we're facing, and then either chill out or make a push. I mean, conceivably, we could even slowly push from here to here to here. Anything to avoid facing all those knights on open ground. Next turn. Awesome 4 asks, are you really going to hide in the corner? Unclear, quite possibly, but I think, more importantly, get here and then push here if I can. Because there's no way in hell we're fighting all these Kyles in the open. I think we can shift our light lancers. Try to do flank work, and our own mounted arquebusiers can work around the left. And with the cavalry, I wonder, I am somewhat tempted to turn them back around, but I think I might need them to fight the French cavalry. If I could get them behind the pike tiles, I could attack effectively though. So maybe the best thing would be to get demo lancers and light gendarmes, 2 units there, and then attempt some kind of silly split. And we'll keep the Reiter over here as well to help zone of control lock the pikes. Next turn. Okay, looks like we might be able to push unimpeded to those hills. Okay, good. Right. Question is what to do with this cavalry. I guess the Reiter will keep pushing this way. These 3 can wait and see how our deployment develops. First step is to seize this hill, and then we'll see how close he gets. But we'll have a battle, don't worry, it's not going to draw out or anything. We'll find a way to fight. Next turn. Well, that's fine. We really don't need to worry about our lights here. Continue to send these longbowmen towards the rough. There we go. Starting to get into position here. And our lights really just need to avoid contact and hopefully overrun these guns. And if he spreads out enough, then we can try to attack the smaller portion of his army, even if it is the Swiss. Next turn. If we can scatter him a bit, we should be able to attack. First, we'll need to run away and not fight his light cavalry and his heavy cavalry with just light cavalry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just as men must fight over gold and land, cats must fight over boxes, apparently. Get these longbowmen up to here. Get a slow surround going. See if we can nibble at the cavalry soon. Next turn. We can take a volley and then see what happens. Keep running. Alright, we've reached the first patch of rough. How to confront the Swiss. Alright, hopefully we can destroy this unit and overrun these guns somehow, or at least keep distracting this cavalry while we push this force to occupy this hill. Next turn. Let's try for a charge. Oh, alright. What about you? Nope. Alright. Question being, do we push for here yet? I think no. Not yet. Delightful. 36 casualties. I think once these units are in place, we can maybe begin some aggression. Right now, we've put him in a situation where he can overpower any one segment of my army if he had enough time, which he won't have because I am deployed to surround him no matter which way he throws his weight. Or he could break up his army and attack in all directions, but again, that's dangerous too because of the smaller number of units that he has. Of course, if I come out too soon, he can shatter me with his Swiss and gendarmes, so it's a delicate game we're playing here. Next turn. Here they come. We're a bit out of position now. We'll have to push quickly from the flanks. Back at a charge range. Disruption is fine. Wheel, wheel. Push for this patch of rough. And go. You never know. Good. This is probably best avoided. Run for cover the hill and run. Archers will cover. So we'll try to engage here, push here, take out these damn guns and get the rest of our light horse into action. Next turn. Oh wow, fantastically undesirable. Well, unfortunately, don't necessarily have a good way to do a rear attack on these Swiss. At least the guns are out of the way, that's something. Now we can attempt the surround. It's too bad I just was never able to do anything with my light lancers. Let's try to arc around with these guys. I could attempt to turn and fight at the risk of getting caught by pikes. No thank you. We'll have to try to cover them at least. But it's not exactly looking wonderful. Alright. Next turn. My plan does not really seem to be working out. Might as well get in some casualties. Go for the charge. They held firm, unfortunately. Totally ineffective archery. I think I'd rather try to arc around. Late gendarmes, Italian gendarmes, which are more heavily armored. So we need to try to avoid them and keep circling. Take cover behind the longbowmen. We have the hill, but we're still going to lose because of the quality differential unless we are lucky. On the bright side, we're now in a position to attempt an advance at least. Here, save the disrupted unit. Run. And advance. Really need this unit of mounted arquebusiers to come shoot up his so we can stop this bumming around. Shouldn't advance yet because the Reiter have no impact capability, so they are quite vulnerable to lancers, at least an impact. We'll stay under the cover of the longbowmen. Next turn. Oh, I forgot they could move 3 tiles. Well, goodbye to that unit then. Hopefully they flee and the Swiss pursue them off the map or something. That would be the only possible silver lining to all this. Okay, let's ignore his lights and try to influence the main battle. Maybe? No. Okay, what are the odds? Still bad. Protect our longbowmen from the charge at least. Stay over here until you rally up. Okay, that's it. Next turn. Break, and then how far do they pursue? Well, at least one turn. Hopefully it'll be more than that, though. Have to tank a charge from the gendarmes for one turn. Let's go for a rear charge and just see what happens. You never know. No dice. Good. Shove them. That's not really what I had in mind. Oh, never mind then. Good. He can either rescue these Mighty Arquebusiers or keep pushing with the Reiter toward my other non-light units. In the meantime, there's Superior. And avoid charge arc the gendarmes. Here we go. We have him sort of surrounded, but no real threats to his Pike Kyle units. Awesome Force is another massive victory for me coming up. We'll see about that. The percentage is so far in his favor. It kind of depends on what happens this turn. Do we bounce them? Oof, held firm. Held firm again. Should bounce that because they're disrupt. Ooh. The archery tore them up quite badly, it seems. Oh, very annoying. Well done. Held firm, of course. Good. We need the Swiss to keep running. They'll probably stop next turn, but buys us a short reprieve. They will evade. So instead, see if we can't disrupt the Reiter. Good. Then we can hit them next. Let's see. This unit is not engaged yet. Good. Solves that problem. Try for a rear charge, see if anything happens. No, I didn't think so. Threaten a rear charge again. Next up, mow down these gendarmes. Held firm, Superior, but they're locked in here, so all they can do is try to run away. Ah yes, we can finally get rid of these guys. And they hold firm. Well, hopefully we can get rid of them. And what to do? Let's see. More gendarmes to threaten the pike blocks. And arrows. Going pretty well, but when this caves, it's going to be a big chunk of our army, and this unit of Swiss could come back soon. So we need to hurry up and eliminate his supporting cavalry and hope we can win just by doing that, because we are going to have trouble with the pikemen. Alright, on to the next turn. Good. We stuck. That's perfect. Good. Need those Swiss to stay away. Okay, In the meantime, I'm stuck facing this unit. Could fall back, but that's a cohesion check. We'll get our bow and bill ready to flank the Swiss. And the late gendarmes flank the French pikemen. These longbowmen. Oh, that was stupid. I just blocked my own flank. Well, I guess I delayed it for a turn. Hopefully, doesn't matter. Good. Frag. Keep our longbows safe. Should bounce to Demo Lancers. Good. Start putting in some arrows to the Landsknecht. Break more Reiter. The gendarmes have run, so let's pursue with the archers. If they turn around, we'll get more free volleys in. If they keep running, then we can take cover in the forest and keep shooting. And longbowmen can contribute more archery. And what? Who can these gendarmes fight? I guess they're gonna just kind of lurk menacingly over here and see if they can do something. That's it. Next turn. Lucky that they keep holding firm. Should just bounce that, no problem. Good. Alright, the Swiss are going to return. We'll need our Demi-Lancers to delay them. While our longbowmen set up for a rear charge on these French and Italian pikemen. Meantime, we charge the gendarmes. No cohesion failure. And hit the Swiss Kyle in the rear. So even disrupted and fighting multiple units, the Swiss are on even terms with billmen and longbowmen. They are absolute beasts. Continue to try to hunt down these mounted arquebusiers. And in the meantime, more archery onto the Landsknecht Kyle. They hold firm. Very well. What about the gendarmes? Good. Disrupted. So if we hold the impact, which we have a decent chance of doing because we're uphill and they're disrupted, then that should be the end of that unit. And in the meantime, it's no good way to get my Reiter in place without blocking the firing arc of my longbowmen. So I think I'll just keep the horsemen in reserve and just let the archers do the shooting. Same with our gendarmes. I could charge in with the longbowmen, I suppose. They have swordsman ability. My fear is that the Swiss will then rally up and just murder everybody, but Yeah, I think that's a valid fear. Yeah, even disrupted, we can't really charge him with gendarmes. Let's do it anyway. Okay. Okay. Great, great. Well, let's see if we can frag them. They are elite and they've only lost a quarter of their men. Next turn. Maybe we can frag them. Maybe. Nope. If they rally up, it's going to be a huge problem. Charge? Good, we held firm, so we should win that melee as long as the gendarmes don't rally. No breaks, and the Swiss stay disrupted at least. Oh no. We need to speed things up here. So for starters, get that rear charge. Good. And resume the arrow storm. Let's add some bullets to that. Get our Demo Lancers back into place. And I'm going to shift late gendarmes somewhere over here, so when our own pikemen break, they can try to recover the situation somewhat. Okay, charge. And that's just going to be ongoing. Hopefully we can drive them off the map. I am done trying to catch them with my 2 units. Okay, hopefully we pursue. Might become necessary to shift these longbowmen to this rough, depending on where these Landsknecht flee and where the Swiss advance. Okay, next turn. Good. Note that the infantry did not pursue the gendarmes, because infantry rarely pursues cavalry. I think there's a very small chance of it happening. It's looking increasingly like these Swiss are going to, not rally. Excellent. Bounce it again. Good. Bounce that. Good. And we have a victory. Delicious, delicious victory. And a disruption. A little bonus. Success. So, what happened there? The French army is smaller, basically, is what happened. And so by stretching out long, I set it up so that it was going to be a surround of sorts no matter what. That being said, Awesome Four did admit that he got a little impatient with my slowness and attacked. So I did gain the bonus of a hill in this engagement, which might have been crucial. Also, what I thought was a mistake at one point, throwing away a bow and bill unit, actually did keep this unit of Swiss away from the battle. It gave me time to zone of control lock them with my currently hiding behind Elizabeth Dental Lancers. Other than that, it was pretty standard setting up rear charges and the zone of control lock on the Pike Kyle with support from the archery of the longbowmen and the pistols of the Reiter. And our own Landsknecht holding out long enough. Although, if they had broken, it really would have just broken up the line more and given me more opportunities for flanking and shooting arrows. So, losing this unit would not have been the end of the world. Special shout out for Awesome 4 being extra irritating with his mounted arquebusiers, one of which is still running around being annoying. I thought I'd be able to catch them quickly, and I eventually caught one of them, so well done. So, another good game as always, and till next time.